Go, what's that word, YouTube? We back with another video. It's your boy Ryan Glow, man. We back with another video, back with another reaction video, man. Today reaction video, we gonna be reacting to VonOff1700 and TossGang versus BlackMob and MNA. I seen this shit pop up on my home screen and shit. You know, I'm from the rack, feel me? So I want to react to this shit, you know, get my motherfucking opinion across and, you know, hopefully be able to point out what's really going on. Yeah, because a lot of motherfuckers get this shit confused. They don't really know how this shit go. So we finna get into the reaction video, man. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment if you do, and enjoy the reaction video, man. Let's get it.
Austin area is a full area.
Austin, this area is
Facts. Yeah, Austin area. I know I paused quick as hell, but Austin area, that's the west side of Chicago. For y'all that don't know, it's the west side of Chicago. Feel me? You know, I used to stay in Austin. Like when I was a shorty, I stayed like right on Augusta. Bro, I stayed on Augusta and something I forgot. But that's the Austin community. You know,
I'm talking about you can go towards that way, then towards North Avenue somewhere. It's a fold.
With the foes being the deepest mob in Austin, having different leaders and being under different factions, they are bound to have internal beef with each other.
Free the foes, fuck the foes, man.
Several different branches and factions of the Four Corner Hustlers under the 5-point star Finball and Black Diamond are located throughout each side of the Austin area, being the Maniac Solid foes, the Angelo foes, the Body Snatcher foes, the LT Four Corner Hustlers, and the Sniper Four Corner Hustlers. The Austin neighborhood is also filled with other People Nation gangs such as the Black Souls, L-Town Black P Stones, and many different Vice Lord factions also surrounding the area, but nowhere near as deep in numbers as the Four Corner Hustlers. In this video, we are going to dive into the story of the war with TossGang, BlackMob, and MNA, and the internal beef between the three Four Corner Hustlers factions. Before we start talking about the war between
Four Corner Hustlers, that's really what I would say foes and vice lords. That's really what most of our West is, for real, for real. At least in my opinion, you feel me? I'm a civilian, all gangbang, none of that shit. So, for what I'm hearing and what I've been seeing and shit, you know, I done lived in damn near every community out west. Oh, bro, I lived in Garfield, Austin, Lawndale, shit. So, but to most of my knowledge, in Austin specifically, it's mostly just vice lords, motherfucking foes, Four Corner Hustlers, bro. So, but you know, in other out west communities like Lawndale and Garfield Park, you would find other shit like, you know, different shit, different factions, GDs, BDs, breeds, fucking souls, all type of shit. Yeah, bro. So.
Gang versus BlackMob and MNA. As always, we will be first diving into the history and giving a breakdown about all three gangs, starting with BlackMob. BlackMob is a set of predominantly solid maniac four-corner hustlers under the Finball 5-point star located in the Austin neighborhood. BlackMob is known for repping the 8-ball symbol, which is based on part of their territory being the 4800 block of each street. They're located on such as Division, Crystal, Potomac, and Hirsch. The BlackMob hand symbol is them holding up 4 fingers with the thumb holding the middle finger. TossGang is often seen disrespecting the 8-ball symbol that BlackMob honors.
Bridget Jones, where are you?
Bridget.
Bridget.
Bridget. Bridget?
Afternoon, Bridget.
Hi, Bridget. We skill 7 to 9 because that 8. Every 8.
BlackMob's entire territory ranges from Division to Hirsch and Laramie, all the way to Cicero, with them being located in Lafayette Park while having a total of 21 street corners that they control and operate. BlackMob's main corners and blocks that they operate are on Potomac and Lamont, Crystal and Lamont, Camerling and Lamont, Potomac and Laverne, Crystal and Laverne, and Division and LeClaire. BlackMob's history dates back to the late 80s and early 90s when the solid four-corner hustlers in Austin were growing massively in numbers. Before BlackMob became four-corner hustlers in the late 80s, their territory originally used to be surrounded by the Rice Boys. The Rice Boys were known as a white gang in Austin that existed in the 70s. Their main corners that they held down was Rice and Pine and Division and Laramie, which is now known as the beginning of BlackMob's territory, before the four-corner hustlers fully took over the neighborhood. The previous generation of this set was known as as Dog Pound before they officially renamed the hood and started going by BlackMob. The generation of BlackMob had started in the late 2000s with pictures of members being shown together on social media in the early 2010s. Tremaine Larry, who was a high-ranking member of the Four Corner Hustlers, was one of the founders and original members of BlackMob before being tragically gunned down in 2022 at 49 years old. Tremaine Larry was on the sidewalk at around 1:40 p.m. on the 2200 block of South Springfield Avenue near his home when two males approached him and opened fire.
That's the Lawndale. Springfield and Ogden. That's the Lawndale, bro. See, that's another branch out west. You know, let's get busy at Lawndale. They got a mix of a bunch of shit. I ain't gonna lie. For real. Lawndale got all type of shit. Yeah, we got some G's, shit, Vice Lords. What else? What else?
Larry was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital where he was later pronounced dead. No one is in custody in the present day. Tremaine Larry was known for being hood rich and made most of his money from selling cars. He was also the blood father of Tremaine Larry Jr., also known as Lil Savage, who was one of the main rappers from BlackMob.
Real folksy age member, give a about no hope. Real folksy age member, gang banging on that note.
BlackMob also goes by TossGang in honor of a fallen member named Marcel Collins, also known as Cello, who was killed on December 16, 2006 in a drive-by shooting. BlackMob's other main rappers include Stupid Dre, BMG Cello, Cello Bright, Marquis Seaton aka Cello Boy Nino, Big Man Got It, and Malik Seaton. Smiley from BlackMob is also the cousin of Lil Durk, which is how BlackMob and MNA formed the relationship together with OTF and THF. Smiley and many other BlackMob members also had a relationship with THF Bezu before his death. Smiley and other BlackMob members were also seen hanging with
That's one thing I be noticing, shorty. Like, in the streets, motherfucker, you'll never know who on bro grade. Like, you will never know, shorty. Like, in the streets, it could be all type of different connections to motherfucker having a cousin, a brother, or like, you know, like whatever, on bro. So that's why you never know, shorty. Like, motherfuckers will think this shit real sweet, and you know, motherfuckers whole time be knowing this person and that person, and that's how motherfuckers be opening back doors, you know.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana rapper Fredo Bang and Lil Durk's brother D Thang before his demise. VonOff1700 had thrown subliminal shots at Lil Durk and OTF in interviews for having a bond with BlackMob.
The ops be dick riding rappers, I ain't gonna lie. And for the rappers that be dick riding them ops, don't come trying to be cool with me, none of that.
A BlackMob member would call out VonOff1700 on Facebook, telling him to stop considering them as ops when he doesn't personally know BlackMob and MNA due to the conflict between them, and LBlock beginning around the time when Von was only 6 years of age. The younger generation of BlackMob, with members such as Micro and Baby CEO, have a strong connection with Southside Chicago rapper Lil Nooney from the Back of the Yards neighborhood. BlackMob also goes by 213, which stands for BlackMob, with the 2 standing for the second letter of the alphabet being B, which is the first letter of Black, and the 13 standing for the 13th letter of the alphabet being M, which is the first letter of Mob. MNA is a set of body snatcher, Four Corner Hustlers under the Black Diamond and the wing of Raymond Betts, or better known in the streets as Shaky Sean. MNA's entire territory is from Chicago Avenue to Division Street and Austin Boulevard to Central Avenue, with them having a total of 40 blocks and street corners that they control and operate. The acronym MNA has 4 total meanings, standing for either Money in Augusta, Mayfield in Augusta, Massasoit in Augusta, and Menard in Augusta. The main hand sign that MNA is...
That's damn near over there by my old crib. Like, I stayed on Augusta, but I don't know if I stayed necessarily on Nard or none of that shit. I think I stayed like somewhere damn near further. If you from Chicago, you from the rack, you know, like, especially out west, you know, Augusta, that shit stretch, bro. That shit go from downtown to Oak Park, like.
Known for flashing and throwing up, is the A hand symbol, which is based on one of the streets they are located on, being Augusta Boulevard.
We'll get shot in the face if you claiming that A.
so we up on an A with it.
MNA is also known for hat banging, as they are seen wearing several fitted hats with the letter A, based on Augusta mainly being the Los Angeles Braves fitted hat, the Los Angeles Angels fitted hat, and the Athletics fitted hat. MNA is also known as M-Pat Gang, in honor of a fallen member named Marcus Patrick, whose life was tragically cut short at just 22 years old after he had been killed in a drive-by shooting in his own hood on May 18, 2016. M-Pat was also known as a former high school basketball player with high expectations and big potential, before he would unfortunately be introduced to the street life as a teenager. M-Pat was very close with members of BlackMob, as he was seen in many group photos with BlackMob before his death, along with them paying their respects to him on social media, describing how much M-Pat loved BlackMob and the equal love that they had for him. MNA and BlackMob have been allied for over 15 years, with many posts and pictures of them in the early 2010s together, and them shouting each other out shown on social media. MNA and BlackMob are heavily allied to the point where they considered the two separate factions of the Four Corner Hustlers the same thing. With M-Pat Gang having a total of 40 blocks, there are a bunch of other subsets, branches, and cliques throughout the hood, with MNA also falling into the categories such as Parkside Money, gang located on Iowa and Parkside, T-Block, which stands for Thomas located on Thomas and Mayfield, AMG, which stands for either Augusta Money Gang or Authentic Music Group, and WMT, which stands for Waller Money Team, aka 900, located on Chicago Avenue and Waller in Iowa. MNA also shares part of their territory with a small faction of two groups going by the name 5900. The two sets of 5900 include Tommy Gang, also known as Mayfield Boys, which are the New Breeds, or better known as the Black Gangsters, and MIG, which stands for Mayfield Iowa Gangsters, aka Toon World, which are
Damn, so that's crazy. There's a lot of factions and sets. Like, this street shit get tricky, gang, bro. There's a whole lot of sets, like whole lot of sets within that 40 block radius on Bro Grade. And whoever doing this video, they ass know exactly what they talking about too. They explain that shit articulate as hell.
mainly Four Corner Hustlers. Both of the groups share the same street corner, with them being located on Mayfield in Iowa. The New Breeds from Mayfield in Iowa had a lot of love for M-Pat, as much as BlackMob did, with members of 5900 seen paying their respects to M-Pat on social media, saying that he meant a lot to the whole neighborhood.
Y'all play Iowa too or nah?
Iowa, I ain't gonna lie, that's across Chicago Avenue. That's Breed.
So I was New Breeds on Mayfield in Iowa?
Yeah, that's Burnham.
What block MIG on?
Nah, y'all. That's Mayfield in Iowa. It's Mayfield.
Learn something new every day. I ain't never know it was no New Breeds. Chicago, Austin. I ain't know that was that, you know. I always thought, you know, Lawndale. You know, that's why I heard New Breeds be, you know, field. That's Lawndale, bro.
Majority of the MNA members went to Milton Brunson Math and Science Specialty Elementary School, located on Central and Walton in their territory, along with other individual factions of the Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers, located on the south opposing side of Chicago Avenue.
What school everybody went to, though?
Everybody that's up in our crowd for your ass either went to Bronson on Phonem, down there with the MNAs, or you came to Key School.
The original headquarters for the Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers was located on Chicago Avenue in Menard, which was founded by Tyshawn Emmanuel Terry Sr., also known as Chief Tyshawn, who was one of the chiefs and enforcers of the Body Snatchers. Chief Tyshawn is also said to have wrote the literature of the Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers.
This the motherland, that's where it started at.
You exactly like
Chief Tyshawn, also known as Big Snatcher, was the father of Tyshawn Terry Jr., aka Ty Money from MNA, who is currently incarcerated and held in the Illinois River Correctional Facility, serving an 11-year sentence for aggravated discharge of a firearm when the victim is a police officer, after he violated his parole and fired a single shot at a group of officers when they approached him in an alley. The Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers had officially become a new faction of the foes exactly around 1992 to 1994. Before this faction and area of Four Corner Hustlers started being referred to as Body Snatchers, they were known as the Big Radicals. The other known chiefs of the Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers, aside from Shaky Sean and Tyshawn Terry Sr., include William Thomas, or better known in the streets as Burpee, Tyrese Moore, aka Ty Illy, who was killed on September 14, 1997, and Chief Kente, who was only 23 years of age and tragically lost his life on November 2, 2000. The Body Snatchers were originally started to enforce and ensure the laws that the Four Corner Hustlers already. Body Snatchers.
Who mama this is, gang? This probably be one of you niggas' moms, gang. That's crazy.
Were originally started to enforce and ensure the laws that the Four Corner Hustlers already had in place while riding under the Black Diamond. The Black Diamond was founded in the 1980s by the Black Souls and Monroe Banks, or better known as Money, around the time when the Four Corner Hustlers were at war with other vice lord groups. Monroe Banks created the Black Diamond as a renegade symbol and another part of the People Nation Finball 5-point star identity. While having internal beef with the vice lords and even being one of the original 5 branches, Money and certain members of the Four Corner Hustlers felt like independence was needed and broke away from the entire almighty vice lord nation. The Four Corner Hustlers, under the Black Diamond honor LHKT, which stands for Love, Hate, Kill, take being the 4 points of the Black Diamond, while the solid maniac Four Corner Hustlers that claim the Finball 5-point star claim LTPFJ, which stands for Love, Truth, Peace, Freedom, and Justice. The Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustler literature is described as them disrespecting and going against the vice lord literature and rules that the Solid and Angelo Four Corner Hustlers honored. Before Chicago Avenue and Menard became Body Snatchers, they were originally Solid Four Corner Hustlers located in the M-Town neighborhood. M-Town was a neighborhood that Chicago Avenue and Menard formed in the late 80s, together with another faction of Four Corner Hustlers north of Division Street on Division and Parkside, which is now known as DCG, and Angelo foes in the present day. The Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers started going by 219, which is a code for the 2 first letters of Body and Snatcher, with the 2 standing for B, which is the second letter of the alphabet and first letter of Body, and the 19 standing for S, which is the 19th letter of the alphabet and first letter of Snatcher. The current rappers of MNA include Dirty Red, M-Pat Gang Spook, 2-3 Bruce Wayne, aka M-Pat Gang Little Fats, Thomas Dean aka Gen 5 or better known as T-Dub or T-Glizzy, Lil Hoodstar, 230 better known as M-Pat Gang Zero, Noonie World Ajax, Mikey 2 times, AMG Geo also known as Geo Frank, and 2-3 Gang PG. Similar to BlackMob going by 213 in codes, MNA also goes by 131, which is based on M being the 13th letter of the alphabet and A being the first letter of the alphabet. MNA and BlackMob's main shooters and killers include members like Michael Cooper Jr., or better known in the streets as Mike Measy, his father Michael Cooper Sr., aka Big Mike, Ramel Stevens, or better known as MNA Ray Money, Lamonte Foster, also known as MNA, Lil Monte, Marquez Gostin, also known as M-Pat Gang Douche, Michael Dukes, also known as Mad Mikey MNA, Lil D the Menace, Devin Spencer, aka MNA, Lil Devin, Monty Johnson, Tenfo, The Don, Cello Girl Big Niche, Cello Gang Smiley, 2-3 Gang Little Chucky aka Lil Don, 2-3 Gang Dre Sav, 2-3 Gang Boogie, Noonie World, Tweak, M-Pat Gang Glow Wallace, M-Pat Gang Lil Zero, M-Pat Gang Mainsky aka Momo Smith, his big brother Joseph Smith aka Joe Diddy who passed away in 2018, and Tyree Wise aka 2-3 or Ree Diddy who passed away in 2017. MNA and BlackMob's most notable enemies include other Four Corner Hustler factions in the Austin area down the street from them, such as Haddon Boys, or better known as 5400, located on Haddon and Pine, Long City, also known as NSLB or Eddie Mob, located on Long and Walton, DCG aka P Block, Jack Boys located on Potomac and Mayfield, and LBlock, who we will be giving a gang breakdown about next. MNA and BlackMob are also known to be at war with B Gang aka Harlem Boys, Ghost Mob, and the Gangster Disciples from K-Town. MNA and BlackMob are also heavily allied with the M20 and OTA factions of the Sane Gang Mafia Insane Vice Lord Alliance. LBlock, or better known as TossGang, is an alliance of 4 individual factions of Angelo Four Corner Hustlers in the Austin community. TossGang started going renegade in the 2010s after the beef with the solid foes being BlackMob and the Body Snatcher. Four Corner Hustlers being MNA would officially start while already being at war with the Mafia Insane Vice Lords being Sane Gang OTA and M-Dub.
Is it still like 4CH prevalent around?
Yeah, it's like that though, but we all foes, but we really claim 14 TossGang. We ain't gonna say we 4CH, we crack foes too. We definitely try for crack foes, but it go by off the block. Like you hear us say on the phone.
Taxes was feeling unwelcome. Now taxes
because we honor the foe.
They would be seen throwing down the 5-point star finball hand symbol in multiple pictures and videos, which is a diss to BlackMob and TossGang, who both honor the finball in Vice Lord literature. LBlock's entire territory ranges from Lockwood to Laverne and Bloomingdale to Hirsch, with them having a total of 28 blocks. The name LBlock is based on each of the streets' names, starting with L from Lockwood to Laverne. The 4 branches that make up LBlock include 1400, located on Leamington and Hirsch, which is the youngest generation and branch of LBlock that came from La Folle yet Park, with Sherrod Carter Jr., aka Backend TG, being the oldest member and leader of the 1400 branch.
Like the 1400, the youngest, we all came from the park.
All the shorties really from the 1400 side. It's really no shorties from 15 and 16 and 1700.
The name 1400 comes from Hirsch, being the 1400 block of North Leamington Avenue. 1500, or better known as XVI-Gang, is known for being located on Lemoyne and Lawler, Lemoyne and Leamington, and Lemoyne and LeClaire. The leaders of 1500 include Big Jilla, Lil K, Rashad Black, and Buck Wick. These 4 members are the founders of the name TossGang, which was started in 2016.
1500, Jilla, the older, they came from the next block. It started as block. That go back so far. My homie Jilla was saying TossGang in 2016, but we was L block. Then, it started coming with the TossGang with different generations. We went to the TossGang, but we always been on the TossGang L block. It's all the same. There wasn't no 2020 shit. We've been calling ourselves TossGang. When you start saying TossGang? 2006, right?
Like 16.
2016, right.
The name 1500 comes from Lemoyne being the 1500 block of North LeClaire, or North Lawler Avenue. The name XV that L Block members from 1500 go by is based on the Roman numerals XV being 15. 1600 aka Solo Block is located on North Avenue in Leamington by McDonald's, being the 1600 block of North Leamington Avenue.
What block exactly is y'all from, though? Leamington North Avenue. Right there behind McDonald's. Okay. Can we take your order?
Last but not least, we have 1700, also known as Holly Grove, or SBG, located on Lockwood and Wabansia. The name 1700, which is also seen as part of Von and his big brother Brick's rap name, is based on part of their street Wabansia being the 1700 block of North Lockwood Avenue.
1700, that's still the same. Von, so he was just raised on 17, but he always came over here. That's like, look. So it's all the same.
L Block's history dates back to the late 80s and early 90s, with their original headquarters being around North Avenue and LeClaire, around the time when more African Americans started moving into the Austin neighborhood and the Four Corner Hustlers were expanding throughout the West Side. Before L Block became the territory of Four Corner Hustlers, they were a set of insane Latin brothers in the early 80s. Their main corner was known for being located on North Avenue in Latrobe. They were going by the name NL Street, which was based on the main block they operated being, you guessed it, North Avenue and Latrobe. TossGang's main allies include 2 Feet Gang, aka Alley Boys, DCG, aka Jack Boys, and 1800 Hoodrich Young Money located on Amundsen Park.
Shout out my Jack Boys, the baby Jazz Woody, all them big folk. Them witches still going man free.
TossGang's main rappers include Davin Meeks, aka VonOff1700, his big brother Daryl Meeks, aka BrickOff1700, Jilla off 1500,
who is got these niggas real names, gang. I just peeped that. I'm fake fried as hell. But this nigga got these niggas real names.
TossGang's main rappers
Devon. That's okay.
Include Davin Meeks, aka VonOff1700, his big brother Daryl Meeks, aka BrickOff1700, Jilla off 1500, who is actually
this nigga got the same name as me.
A member of the Traveling Vice Lords.
Big deal under the T. That's big brother skill.
Rashad Black, Munna XV, XV Hellrel, and Nino Bam. TossGang's main shooters and killers include Aaron Harris, or better known in the streets as Big Jilla, or AJ. Mon Yai Chappelle, or better known in the streets as MC. Lance D. Sims, aka Killa Lance, who is the blood uncle of Von and Brick. Sherrod Carter Jr., aka Backend. Romeo Langston, also known as Famous. Jakari Jones, aka Lil Kari. Lil K, Baby Spark, Jock 1400, TossGang Plants, Demon, Buck Wick, XV Sean Fox, Maury Sims, Anthony Shorter aka Lil 3, and last but not least, Davin Meeks aka Von. LBlock and BlackMob both share LaFalle E, yet Park, with both of them being on two opposite sides of Hirsch Street, with LBlock being north of Hirsch and them controlling the basketball court side of LaFalle E, yet Park, while BlackMob is located south of Hirsch Street with them controlling the swimming pool side of LaFalle E, yet Park.
LaFalle Park, where all made at, man, where it started. This is headquarters. If you TossGang, claim TossGang, LBlock 14, 15, 16, 17, you came here first. Just to ask.
How the f did y'all meet? Man, LaFalle Park, I summed up like 2 words. Like no bad, everything was busting up that time of show. That's why all the little hoes was at.
Hey, us right there in the off across the park, they don't get on.
Where's LaFalle Park? The Sears part of LaFalle Park. I'll be the northern side of LaFalle Park where the basketball court at. You know, where the field house say, you know, Laramie and Hirsch, Leamington and Hirsch, Clan, Hirsch, Lawler and Hirsch. Not the water park. Not the water park. You gonna get wet at that water park. You don't want to slip and slide over there. Don't be at that water park, man. Leave that water park alone, man. You're gonna drown over there. You can't swim, man. Leave that water park alone, man.
Many original members of LBlock and BlackMob attended Leslie Lewis Elementary School when they were growing up, which was located on Lemoyne and Leamington. While MNA is seen being 6 minutes away from both LBlock and BlackMob's hood, the war with them and LBlock started from MNA inheriting the beef due to being heavily allied with BlackMob. They also beefed due to LBlock being Angelo Four Corner Hustlers, and the fact being that Body Snatcher and Angelo Four Corner Hustlers have never seen eye to eye for a long time. BlackMob and LBlock were originally allied and cordial with each other from the late 80s to the late 2000s. They were known for hustling on each other's territory and used to fight against the Death Row Mafia insane vice lords on North Avenue together, along with the Four Corner Hustlers from Leamington and Thomas, known as the LT Foes. The war and tension between these two nearby factions of the Four Corner Hustlers officially began in the year 2009 over a female situation, leading to the murder of a well-loved fallen younger LBlock member in the same.
It's always over a bitch, gang. This shit been happening since the beginning of time. Like, no doubt.
Same year, making this the first member to get killed in the start of what would soon be an unforgiving war.
Students with ADHD save 10 hours studying with this Chrome extension.
But no, by all means, go ahead.
Let's start there.
On Tuesday of March 18th, 2009, a 17-year-old boy named Jonathan D. Wilson, aka Jono from LBlock, had passed away after being seriously wounded in a shooting that actually happened on the day of his 17th birthday in his own hood near Leslie Lewis Elementary 3 days prior. On March 15th, 2009, at around 10 p.m. on a Sunday, Jono from LBlock was outside on the 5053 block of West Lemoyne Street when he would be shot by a BlackMob member and taken to Mount Sinai Hospital, where he was pronounced dead 3 days later at 3:04 p.m. An autopsy that was conducted the next day found Jono suffering from a gunshot wound to the head and ruled his death as a homicide. LBlock would be seen describing Jono's murder and how it happened in a podcast.
He got shot on the morning, the club. You know what I'm saying? He was out the lane and shit, motherfucker came through blowing the steam, you know what I'm saying? React quick enough.
Jono was one of the first losses LBlock took, which would escalate a deadly feud between the two factions of the Four Corner Hustlers. Big Jilla and Billa explained how they were still teenagers going to school around the time Jono passed away. Jono was also the first loss Buck Wick took as he was growing up and getting ready to jump off the porch, which would cause him to have so much hate for BlackMob.
Who is Jono? Tell me about Jono. That's the bully. The real one. The real bully. Me and Jono used to fight all the time. When he met his demise, what was the situation like? What happened? Shit was detrimental. It was a shock. Didn't grow up. Nobody
When exactly did it happen, though?
2009. We was in high school, bro. Real. He was in high school. We all was in high school. That's cool. That's when we switched over. Everybody turned their side. Like, you gonna drag your nuts and pick them up.
As the 2010s began after the death of Jono, many shootings between the two groups would occur until BlackMob would start the decade off by allegedly killing another well-beloved LBlock member 2 years later, who was actually part of the same crowd and age group as Big Jilla. On May 21st, 2011 at 12:03 a.m., 16-year-old Terrence C. Boyd, or better known as TT from LBlock, was shot and killed while being at McDonald's in his own hood on the 1500 block of North Leamington Avenue. TT was standing on a sidewalk when a BlackMob member would allegedly come out of an alley and shoot him. TT suffered a gunshot wound to the neck and was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital in critical condition, where he was later pronounced dead. TossGang's enemies would mock TT for getting shot and killed near McDonald's.
TT died in McDonald's, hit his ass in his McNugget. TT died in McDonald's, hit his ass in his McNugget.
After the death of Terrence Boyd, LBlock started going by TTG, which stands for either TT Gang or Train to Go in honor of him and his nickname. TT's funeral was held 1 week later on May 28, 2011, with Big Jilla and other members seen wearing shirts in honor of TT. Before TT jumped off the porch in high school, he was known as a football and basketball player in middle school with tons of potential. TT attended and graduated from Lincoln Middle School in Berwyn, where he played for the football and basketball team and even was on varsity for both. After graduating from middle school, TT later attended Manly Career Academy in the East Garfield Park neighborhood while living in Austin. Big Jilla would make a heartwarming post on social media honoring TT, describing how him and LBlock haven't been the same after his death and how much they love him, while bringing up old memories and telling TT to rest in paradise. Big Jilla would reveal to the public that without TT, he feels lost, and TT gave him hope when he was still alive. After losing two beloved members to BlackMob in the span of 2 years, retaliation would be the only thing running in LBlock's mind at the time. The conflict between LBlock and BlackMob would take a short pause for 2 years with no murders happening. It would be until the summer of 2013 when Big Jilla and LBlock would finally retaliate on BlackMob for the two fallen members they lost, with them actually being responsible for the murder of a female member from the BlackMob faction. On July 2nd, 2013, a 19-year-old woman named Ashley Hardman, or better known as Muffin or Queen Drizzy from BlackMob, was shot dead on a Tuesday night while being on the 1300 block of North Lamon Avenue, which was actually a 5-minute walk from her mother and father's home. The shooting occurred during 9:40 p.m. when two LBlock members on feet would allegedly fire into a group of BlackMob members that Queen Drizzy was with. Muffin would be shot in the head and taken to Stroger Hospital, where she was pronounced dead at over 30 minutes later at 10:14 p.m. The neighbors who lived near the murder scene explained how children lived nearby at the time of the shooting and how tension was escalating between two rival gangs in the area, referring to the rising conflict between the two factions of the Four Corner Hustlers being LBlock and BlackMob, and the children were playing nearby La Fall Yet Park at the time of the shooting. Muffin's sister, Latasia Hardman, would describe how the incident happened in her eyes.
I don't know. For some reason that day felt weird, and it just didn't seem right. It wasn't nothing to do, so I just came in the house. I had just came in the house, and all I know is I just heard shots. And all I hear is my mom like, "Them some gunshots." And next thing you know, like, everybody was just banging down our door. Muffin had been shot, Muffin been shot. And I just ran. I didn't expect to see her laying the way she was. And all I could do was just go to her and just try to wake her up. I'm like, "Wake up, baby, wake up. Wake up, baby." And she woke up, she opened her eyes, and she looked at me, and she just closed them. And I knew she was gone.
That's really traumatic, man. I don't think nobody can do shit like that.
In Puerto Rico, music is life. If you can hear the music.
3 hours later, another murder that was most likely connected to Queen Drizzy's death would occur, but this time it would be in LBlock's territory. A 14-year-old boy who went by the name Damani Hennard was found dead lying on the street near his bicycle after being shot while riding his bike on the 5000 block of West North Avenue near North Avenue and Lawler. The shooting occurred at around 12:45 a.m. when Damani was riding his bike back home to Oak Park while being alone when he would be shot multiple times, including at least once in his neck, once in his his back and once in the back of his head. Damani Hurd was an 8th grade graduate at the time of his death and was looking forward to starting high school. He was going to be a freshman at Oak Park and River Forest High School. He was also getting ready to play high school football and even went school shopping with his aunt shortly before meeting his demise. Damani Hurd also went by the nickname Swole, but it isn't confirmed if he had any gang affiliations. He was also known for skateboarding, drawing, playing basketball, and playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Queen Drizzy, aka Muffin from BlackMob, had graduated high school 1 year prior to her death. The whole BlackMob would be devastated and seen paying their respects to Muffin on social media. Queen Drizzy was known for being part of the female crowd of BlackMob. BlackMob would adopt the names Drizzy World or Muffin World in honor of Ashley. Muffin was known for having big dreams and lifetime goals. Her mother would reveal how Muffin had goals to take care of her and her husband, who is also the blood father of Muffin. Ashley's grandmother would give her the name Muffin when she was a baby, based on her being born as a chubby infant.
When Ashley was born, she was chunky. My grandma just she like a little muffin. And ever since then, they've been calling Ashley Muffin.
Muffin was a graduate of Austin Business Academy and was even training to work at a pharmacy through the Job Corps program. She was supposed to finish that program the next month in August, but would be back spending time with her family at home in the Austin area for summer break. Muffin also had interests in playing sports and was on the female high school basketball team and played for the Lady Tigers. Muffin's mother would speak up and reveal how she never imagined or had the thought of burying one of her kids and saying she still can't believe it's real. She was even seen breaking down while folding and preparing her daughter's clothes before Muffin's funeral would be held.
Mama ain't never let you down. Mama ain't never let you down, baby.
Muffin's brother, Anthony Hardman, or better known as Lil Ant from BlackMob, who is the blood brother of Muffin, would speak up at the funeral of his sister and let everyone know who she was to him and how he personally felt about the death of Muffin while paying his respects to his family at the same time, explaining how grateful he is and how much he appreciates them.
That right there, that's my heart. That's my childhood. That's my everything. My life feels so hollow right now. I look at it as I'm grateful to have those parents. I'm grateful to share life with my sister. And I have a big of a challenge, and I got a big of a part in this life to make a name for myself and my family and her, to make them proud.
A $3,000 reward was made for whoever is able to find the killer of Muffin. The mother of 7-year-old Heaven Sutton, who was gunned down in 2012 by Killa Lance, and Gerald Dorsey from TossGang would also be supporting the Justice for Muffin campaign. But sadly, Muffin's murder remains unsolved in the present day. Big Jilla from LBlock is rumored to have been one out of the 2 killers of Muffin. He would make a subliminal diss to Muffin in his song with VonOff1700 titled Automatic.
Tap that biscuit, that nugget. I want that muffin.
VonOff1700 would even confirm Big Jilla was one of the killers of Muffin in a snippet of an unreleased song of his.
That biscuit, that nugget. I ain't gonna say it because bro really killed that bitch.
Aaron Harris, aka Big.
Damn. These niggas don't even cut, gang. They just saying it. They just admitting to that shit.
Jilla would take the time
for a lot of
to make a post on social media honoring Jono, who was killed by BlackMob, in the caption quoting, "We got that get back." Get back is a slang term for retaliation. The war between LBlock and BlackMob would die down for a few years after the murder of Muffin. It would be until 2016 when another murder would happen between both sides. But this time, MNA would step in the war for the first time, assisting BlackMob when they would kill a well-loved member from the 1500s.
Crazy part about this shit is the beef keep dying down. Like, that shit, that just make it like, damn, like, how is it even possible for shit to die down and then it instantly pick back up? Like, that shit crazy. Like, that shit crazy, man.
Side of TossGang, who was actually the brother of one of the main rappers. On October 7th, 2016, 20-year-old Jackery Markevius Jones, or better known as Sosa from TossGang, was shot and killed alongside a CTA bus passenger who was wounded while being in a North Austin shooting. The shooting occurred around 12:35 p.m. on North Avenue and LeClaire in front of a carryout restaurant when 2 gunmen, being Ree Diddy and Joe Diddy from MNA, walked up to him and began firing. Sosa was shot in his neck and leg where he was was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital in critical condition and later passed away at 1:15 p.m. Police said that Jones, aka Sosa, was a documented gang member. One of the bullets also went through a number 72 North Avenue bus windshield and hit a 57-year-old man in his back. The man was taken to Stroger Hospital in serious condition, but luckily made it. Police at the scene said the 20-year-old, being Sosa from TossGang, was the intended target. Police said that the shooting was definitely gang-related and originally believed one gunman was responsible for the murder of Sosa until a worker at a local business would tell them he heard 2 guns being fired, describing how one gun sounded like a MAC-10 and the other sounded like a 9mm. The owner of the restaurant near the murder scene Sosa was killed at said he heard numerous shots but was too busy with preparing food orders to get involved. He described the situation, quoting, "We heard pop, 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 and that was it." He would also explain how he doesn't pay any attention to what's going on in the streets. A 33-year-old woman, Autumn Bird, said she was getting her hair braided at a salon on North Avenue when she and several other stylists heard a flurry of shots. People had started running everywhere after, according to Bird. Autumn Bird would later venture out and saw Sosa lying on a street corner at LeClaire and North Avenue. The worker and at least one area homeowner said gang tensions have flared in the neighborhood in recent weeks, with groups gathering together near La Follette Park and at McDonald's on North Avenue in Laramie, with both places being part of LBlock's territory. Sosa was the brother of rapper Gerald Jones, aka XV Hellrell, from the same set. XV Hellrell would be seen reversing the A hand symbol next to a poster of Sosa, which is a diss to MNA and their main hand symbol, and him confirming that MNA was responsible for the murder of his brother. He would even get tattoos near his shoulder saying XV Sosa, honoring his brother and the block he was from being 1500. Hell, Rel would even make a freestyle on Facebook in honor of Sosa.
Hey, we the team, we made this.
I started here at L'Oreal as an operations supervisor, and now I'm the plant manager. 50%.
The thing, long live my homie, so my brother gained his wings, and that shit got me on go. And now my boys in mode, and now we slam with them poles, they gon' remember so. And watch I pop up like go, like Jelly do the most, and shoot that knee till it's broke. Don't stop till ain't no more.
Sosa was a huge loss for LBlock. Many more 1,500 members would be seen hurt about the loss of their fallen member. Big Jilla would make a promise to Sosa, saying that he won't be the only one with a headstone. Sosa was known for getting his money. Many other associates of LBlock would be seen telling them to keep their head up while paying their condolences. DCG would even pay their respects to Sosa. MNA and BlackMob would mock and diss Sosa several times in social media and unreleased songs.
We catch a face shot. I call that Sosa style. Chigga, chigga. Impact gang, gang, gang.
MNA would also make jokes about eating at and going to the G&N breakfast restaurant. Sosa was killed at on North Avenue and LeClaire. 2 months later, after the death of Sosa, TossGang would have another encounter with BlackMob and MNA, but this time it wouldn't be a shooting, but actually a fight happening. On December 15th, 2016, Manyai Chappelle, aka MC, and Lil K would run into Malik Seaton, aka Twin, or Cello Boy Lil Malik, at Walmart and attack him on camera.
Let's go, son.
Malik Seaton, aka Twin, would respond in the comments of the social media post about the fight video, telling Lil K and the rest of LBlock that they still have dead friends, referring to the murders BlackMob and MNA are responsible for being Jono, TT, and Sosa. Lil K would respond by calling Malik out his name, and MC would also respond, telling Malik Seaton that him and his gang BlackMob are never outside on their territory. After the Walmart fight, another encounter between the three factions of the Four Corner Hustlers would happen, but this time, Lil K and TossGang would finally retaliate for their fallen member Sosa when they would allegedly take the life of a well-loved and respected member who was from the Menard and Ohio O-Boys Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers faction and an associate of the MNA faction. On February 16, 2017, 20-year-old I. Vale Hudson, aka Velo, who claimed both O-Boys and MNA, was shot and killed, and a 60-year-old woman, possibly being his grandmother, was injured in a shooting in the Austin neighborhood. The shooting shooting happened at 1:45 p.m. when Velo was standing on the corner and talking to somebody on a cell phone in the 5700 block of West Chicago Avenue when a TossGang member, most likely being Lil K, walked up to Velo and fired shots, hitting Velo in the abdomen and leg. Velo was taken to Stroger Hospital and pronounced dead. Later at 5:04 p.m., Velo lived a block away from where he was shot and killed. The 60-year-old woman was shot in the leg and was taken to Loyola University Medical Center in Maywood, but was later transferred to Stroger Hospital in stabilized condition. Velo had a strong bond and relationship with Pat from MNA before the passing of both of them. The entire BlackMob faction would also pay their respects to Velo on social media. Cello boy Nino, who is one of the rappers from BlackMob, would even include Velo in a tribute song based on all the fallen BlackMob and MNA members at the time.
I wish I could have told Velo,
Lil K from TossGang would make a social media post disrespecting Velo and another member he allegedly killed 2 months prior to the murder of Velo being Lafayette Montgomery, or better known as Laffy from Sane Gang OTA. Velo had made a freestyle on video to the instrumental of the 10 Toes Down song, where he was seen claiming both MNA and O Boys and honoring one of his closest friends whom he had lost, being Pat from MNA.
From the A to the O, you know my boys gon' get it. We gon' get down with that paper and we gon' stack them digits. And I'ma bring it on back. I lost MPZ, so I gotta keep it strapped.
1 year later, MNA would finally get their revenge on TossGang for their fallen associate Velo when they would allegedly kill 2 beloved members from the 1500 faction of LBlock together in the same day. On March 29, 2018, 21-year-old Lo Von Akeem Jordan, aka Von, and 20-year-old priest Jackal Young from the 1500 faction of LBlock were fatally shot together in the West Garfield Park neighborhood. At around 4:10 p.m., Priest and Von were both sitting inside of a Jaguar vehicle on the 4000 block of West Van Buren Street when they would be approached by 2 armed MNA members, possibly being Michael Wallace, aka Glow, and G23 firing shots, striking both Von and Priest multiple times before fleeing the scene. Both front doors of the light-colored Jaguar and its tinted rear windows were found riddled with bullets at the scene. Von was pronounced dead on the scene, while Priest was taken to Stroger Hospital and passed away over 30 minutes later at 4:44 p.m. Priest lived less than a mile from where he was fatally shot. The identity of the 2 specific shooters remains unknown. 5 months later, friends and family of Priest would attempt to seek help from the public in solving the murder of Von and Priest. Over 15 people would gather together at the scene where Von and Priest were killed to remember the victims and appeal to the public for people to come forward with more information. A few people in attendance were able to successfully give information to the family that may be useful for the Chicago Police's investigation on the double murder. Pat Gang Zero and Pat Gang Main Ski also could have possibly been one of the shooters since they both were released from prison at the time. Members from TossGang would be seen reversing the Augusta A hand symbol that MNA is known for throwing up, hinting that MNA is responsible for the murder of Von and Priest. Priest and Von were big losses for the whole LBlock and mainly the 1500 faction. Members from DCG would even pay their respects to Von and Priest, but at the time didn't know who was responsible for the double murder before they would eventually be at war with MNA in the next decade. Priest was known as a money-getter for the LBlock Four Corner Hustlers faction. Priest hated BlackMob and MNA. With a passion before his demise, he even had a tattoo in honor of Jono from the same faction and would be seen casually disrespecting the BlackMob and MNA hand symbol. Priest and Von were mainly close with members like Lil Frank aka Chinaman, as the 3 members grew up together while part of the same faction. Priest and Von were also part of the same crowd as Hell Rel and Munna XV, who were both known as one of the main rappers from TossGang. Von and Hell Rel used to go on several hits together when Von was alive. Hell Rel would even reveal a story after the death of Von about them going on a gang-related hit together on BlackMob's territory inside of a specific green-colored vehicle. Hell Rel was in jail for 8 hours at the time, and same day, Von and Priest were gunned down. After losing his blood brother and closest friends to the body snatcher Four Corner Hustlers, XV Hell Rel would diss the entire Four Corner Hustlers nation, with his faction being an exception and putting the Apple emojis BlackMob and MNA use. MNA would make jokes about VonOff1700, saying that the real Von from TossGang is dead, referring to deceased LaVon Jordan. Rapper 23 Gang PG from MNA would make a diss song to TossGang and would refer to Von and Priest as the last security guards in the title of his diss song to TossGang.
I'm smoking on Von and Priest, cause them
that together.
After the murder of Von and Priest, the war between the three factions of the Four Corner Hustlers would officially die down for good, and no murders have happened since. The total score in this unforgiving war is 5-2, with BlackMob and MNA being the winners of this war, and TossGang aka LBlock losing by 3 points. That would be it for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more accurate, high-profile, street-related content.
That's crazy, gang. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. Most wars don't stop, man. But hey, that's good for the civilians, man. That's good for the community and shit. Feel me? That's good for anybody that's living in that area or that did live in that area, bro. But that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed this shit, man. Until next time, I'm out.